judges that should go to the Supreme Court, because as a matter of rule of procedure, and it is also even backed by the Constitution, when the Supreme Court sits in an ordinary case, the panel is 5. The president will sit together with 4 other Supreme Court justices. If there is the chance to have the matter reviewed, 2 more justices will be added to it. So even in ordinary cases, you will see that in each case there are about 5 judges who handle mustn't be sent to the Supreme Court. Then it means that you are giving the court more and more they will be started with more and more cases, and they cannot handle. So at any given time, when the panel or the judges in the Supreme Court are about 20, then we are saying that we have about 4 sets of panel of judges to handle those cases. So, Mr. Chairman, I would say, in my humble opinion, given the cases that are in this.
Thank you very much. Any supplementary question? You can ask a different question. Yes. Your limit is 3.
I'm the chair of the Judicial Committee. Do you know that?
As a chairperson of the Judicial Committee, you can be given a number of questions to ask far above members of this thing. But if you have a follow-up on the question that you ask, I will allow it. But if it is a different question, you don't have a right so to do. Yes. So the follow-up must emanate from the answers.
My follow-up question is, even with the Supreme Court, and you are proposing increasing the number to 20, then that means you have to review the Constitution or educate us. Thank you.
Honorable member, the Constitution doesn't place any limit. There is no gap placed by the Constitution. Therefore, the number you ask, it is clear that there is no limit placed. So, very well. So, Honorable Anthony Imie, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations, my Lord.
Thank you.
My Lord, going through your CV last night, I took interest in particularly page 2 of your CV, your work and professional experience.
Yes.
I realize that you have risen from the rank of a court recorder. A little bit of exercise in view of your experience from the judicial service, not at the judiciary.
Okay.
My first question is, from your experience, do you think that premium is being placed on the judicial service in view of the fact that all trainings, JTI trainings, workshops, etc., majority of them are organized for members of the bench? That's my
to say that when we are talking about training or capacity building, it should not be limited to only the judges. Why? Because if the registrar doesn't know his work, the chances are that he can even mislead the judge. His son is now a justice of the High Court in Cape, as my CV will show. I had opportunity to go to school. And Mr. Chairman, permit me to say that it's and in this case, not, as I said, not only the judges, but also the auxiliary staff and the registrars. I owe Ansechum a great of gratitude. May his soul rest in perfect peace. I was very, very committed to my work, and the man took interest in me. I may say that Justice Ansechum, late Justice Ansechum, was a prophet. Why do I say this? To be a great lawyer, I didn't take it serious. But when the time came, I saw the read diploma in public administration. I went back to Sekeni, and then the following year, I had to do my professional course, came out, and then went back to the service. Started as a magistrate, and I haven't looked back. So that my work has always spoken for me, and the records are there. Is that I would say that when we want Ghana judicial service to grow in leaps and bounds, we need to, one, build the capacity of the judges. There's this myth that the law is in the bosom of the judge. But if you, the judge, you do not educate yourself, how would the lawyer come and say that the law is in your bosom? So you need to educate yourself. Two, the infrastructure of the service, when you go to the hinterlands, they are so in some. I started from Sehui also. We were, so we need, and with your approval, please, when our budget comes here, I'm pleading, don't cut our budget, approve for us, so that the Chief Justice will use that to, acquire more, build more courthouses, renewed office accommodation, resident for the judges, because when you work in a serene environment, that even gives you the edge to work hard. I also think that there must be some reforms, even with our laws. The laws that we are using, there must be overhauled. For example, the Act 30 was passed in 1960, and there's a need. Now we are in 2025. Some of the provisions have achieved its students. So we need to, amend some of them so that there will be. My experience has shown that this, but also the staff, and particularly the registrars. Thank you, Mr.
Any
Thank you very much. Yes, I have a follow-up. So you would agree with me, my lord, that there hasn't been proper, for instance, orientations, proper trainings, proper in-service training for persons like registrars. You agree with me?
To some extent, I will. But to a larger extent, I will